Jujutsu Kaisen is finally back. We ended off season 2 with the entire Jujutsu Kaisen world in chaos. Gojo has been sealed, and at the end of the Shibuya incident, the higher-ups of Jujutsu have made announcements. Gojo has been expelled from Jujutsu society and has been deemed an accomplice of the Shibuya incident, and even trying to free him will be a crime. They want him to stay locked up forever. No freedom for Gojo. Principal Yaga has been sentenced to death because he brought up Gojo and Geto. They doing my man's dirty. He was just trying to maintain the school and be a principal. Now we can't even grade papers without the chance of him being slimed out. And they want Yuji's head on a platter.
I want to see Vecna's heart on a platter.
Bruh.
With special grade sorcerer Yuta carrying out the execution promptly. Yuta just came back from his side quest in Africa. Lives being lost left and right in Shibuya, and Yuta was just chilling in Africa without a care in the world. We start off Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 with Naoya, a new Jujutsu sorcerer from the Zenin clan that is special grade 1, that he is going to be insufferable. The first scene he gets, he's already talking about how women should be walking behind a man, and any woman who can't do that should immediately be stabbed in the back and killed. No ifs, ands, or buts. If they're not washing the dishes, they should die on the spot. He doesn't even care if Maki is dead. In fact, he said it's a good thing, and that she is no good because she can't support a man. And he says Mai is a good one because she understands her place as a woman, and she has a nice body. Like bro is the final boss of misogyny. He then shows up late, walks in, and immediately starts flaming the unks. He calls one of them sorry, and the other one chopped. Treating the elderly like bums. But they waste no time in upping the pole. They get straight into action. But Naoya doesn't seem phased. I just know these dudes are sick and tired of Naoya, bruh. A couple words and they're already crashing out. Buddy needs to calm down. This whole meeting is happening because Nobito has died in Shibuya. And I'm not gonna lie, this dude is sorry. Bro got cooked by Dagon, talking about it's only one arm, and got absolutely destroyed by Jogo. He was the head of the Zenin clan, so this guy will read his will that he left behind. The will is basically Naoya being the 27th head of the Zenin clan, and that he'll inherit everything as long as either Ogi or Genichi agree to it. But in the fine print, and this is where they get you, it says that if Gojo has either died or lost the use of his mental faculties for any reason, then the covenant with Toji Fushiguro shall be fulfilled, and Megumi will be the new clan leader of the Zenin. And Naoya is furious. Just look at his expression. It brings a smile to my face. Compared to all that confidence he had when he walked in, bro thought he was gonna be the leader, but Toji came in clutch. He made that slick deal to set his family up for generations. My goat. But Chozo is unfazed. Just look at this man, complete and utter confidence in Yuji Itadori. And Yuji gets the job done. The synergy is unmatched. Yuji doesn't like being called Lil Bro, but he's gonna have to get used to it, as that's all Chozo's about to be calling him. But things are about to get serious. Naoya Zenin is now here. Flash stepping in, just trying to grab every ounce of aura he can. And if I'm being honest, this pull-up was clean. Chozo didn't even notice him before he started talking. He's looking for Megumi, but he's not gonna let these two slide, and he's not gonna let them escape. He flash stepped down, punching Yuji in the face, got him spinning like he's a ballerina, weaved his counter kick, and had bro tumbling on the floor. Chozo's pulling up for the support, but Naoya sidesteps him, making him look goofy. Chozo turns around and it's just bad, bruh. He immediately gives Chozo the business, piecing him up and everything. He wanted no smoke. This is the most fraud thing I've ever seen. From talking crazy about Maki to trying to butter up now that Yuta's in front of him. Naoya is trying to make peace with Yuta, doing his best, trying to throw in Megumi and other factors in. And while he's doing this, Chozo and Yuji are making a plan. Chozo tells Yuji to run. Get away from Yuta. If you fight him head on, you'll die. And he'll take on Naoya. And I don't blame him. Look at this man Yuta. He is a menace. I would not try to fight him either. And then boom! Yuji and Yuta start booking it, crash into a building, and Yuta has Yuji pinned down, staring at him with those crazy eyes. Imagine getting chased down by this dude. There's only one thing behind those eyes, and it's murder. Yuji's able to jump away and barely dodge his sword attack, and then starts weaving Yuta's attacks left and right. hops on Yuta's sword and retreats, but Yuta uses cursed energy to propel himself up and follow. With Yuji outside, that you just can't predict his movements. Bro is just spamming heavy attacks. Just look at the difference between Yuji and Yuta. It's just completely insane. Also, Yuta can just reduce all damage to the bare minimum. So this man is cheese. He's spamming finisher moves and has an iron wall as a defense. But Yuji ain't going back down. And as he said, he can't afford to die yet. Yuta then dashes towards Yuji. Yuji dodges and jumps through the car and grabs the knife. Meanwhile, Yuta's throwing cars around. We get another flashback of Gojo telling Yuji that he's basically not ready to imbue cursed energy into weapons. But he has to anyway, because look at what he's facing against. This man is a monster. Yuji has to grab at any straws available at this point. And then we see Sukuna just casually aura farming. Then we cut back to the fight between Naoya and Chozo. Naoya starts off talking crazy, frying his cursed techniques, saying aside from piercing blood, you're trash.
You're trash.
And piercing blood takes a lot of convergence and there's a long build up, so he's basically going to die. But Naoya doesn't know that Chozo ain't like the rest. The rules don't pertain to him as they do to other sorcerers. And he went after Yuji, his little bro. So he ain't letting nothing slide no more. But when they actually get to fighting, it's not looking good. Bro's a knife. Like bro, there's no respectability in JJK. Naoya seen Chozo matching him and decided to take out the shank. And it's poisoned. Like bro, how you gonna think it's lame and then do it, bruh? He also says it's lame if you carry around a weapon as a sorcerer. But when Yuta pulled up with the sword, he didn't say not one thing. His hands are up, copping the plea. This man is weak. Then he starts saying he hates his older brothers because they're weak and because they carry around swords. And if they can't rival him, they should die. What does this dude not hate? Bro's just miserable all the time. But this the wrong person you should be complaining about brothers to. Chozo's a real brother. Chozo says, older brothers, competent or not, serves as an example to their younger brother. If he, the older brother, goes down the wrong path, then his little brothers can just avoid that path. And if he goes down the proper path, then his younger brothers can follow in his footsteps. And then says to Naoya, what would you do if you were strong because your older brothers proved weak? Chozo's so tough because he never had an example. He had to make lots of mistakes. Yet he always kept walking in front of his brothers. And that is why he is strong. My goat Chozo with the immaculate speech, spitting straight facts. But Naoya is a dumbass, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. Then Chozo shows him his real power. Naoya tries to run away and get away from the blood, but it's too much. Chozo isn't like these other sorcerers. He's a death painting, so he can convert his cursed energy into blood. And until their cursed energy dries up, they cannot die from blood loss. And no, this could really mean two things. One, Naoya, you are trash. I mean, your punches do no damage. And two, Yuji, you might want to reconsider that 1v1, I'm not gonna lie. It was 3 hits in the manga, but the point still stands. And it only by someone he thought was so inferior that he wouldn't even need to try. And in the midst of all this, I still can't get over the fact that Yuta has just been flexing this whole time. Pulled up to Naoya, and is flaunting in his face that he has reverse curse technique, and Naoya has to accept. I mean, look at him. Look at the position he is in. This is the man that was supposed to be the head of the Zenin? At least Megumi got Help! Then we cut over to a memory that Yuji had. His father and grandpa were talking about the wife, and the grandpa said he'll die if he stays around that woman, and that woman is Kenjaku. Yuji's mom is Kenjaku. This is like a freaky Aizen doing all this for a plan? For creating Yuji? What is this logic? But I don't blame Jin and Todori. Then Yuji wakes up and he's in a random place with the person who killed him. Like this man was just hunting me down and now we're supposed to all be buddy-buddy? Yuta said that Gojo told him to look after him and that he was putting on the axe so that no one else could be sent to execute Yuji, and he actually executed Yuji so that the pact could go away. That's why he was so happy that Yuji woke up. As they were talking, Megumi came out the shadows, and we have a heartfelt moment between Megumi and Yuji. Yuji's blaming himself because of all the people that died, but Megumi says it was us, which I actually agree. If you weren't so sorry having to summon Maharaga on a grade 2 curse, this probably would have never happened. Megumi then tells Yuji about the culling games and that his sister is a part of it, and says that he needs Itadori's power to save her, and here are the culling game rules. Okay, that's enough. Yuji then tells Yuta that Sukuna is planning something with Fushiguro, and that he could probably take over his body again, and if that happens, kill me. And don't hesitate. The culling game is an act of jujutsu terrorism, and in order to find out what's going on and how to release the seal of the prison realm, they need to go to Tengen. Then Yuji asks Megumi what happened to Nobara, in which he responded with silence, answering his question. Then Chozo pulls up, breaking the silence, saying that he may be able to do something about the concealment barriers, and saying that he'll do the same thing Mahito did when he stole the death paintings and the fingers. They make it to the hideout, and we see Maki, who is not dead. Yuta runs to Maki, in which Maki is reading a book of nothing. She's trying to act all nonchalant for Yuta. Yuki says her life was saved by her body and the strength of it instead of her resistance to curses. Maki asks Megumi to explain the situation, but Chozo takes the lead. He knows what he's talking about. And while he's explaining, everyone's just looking at him, thinking, who is this guy? We don't know him. And then Yuji introduces him as his older brother. And this makes Chozo happy. Guys, child of Zenin, descendant of Michizane, cursed womb death painting, and vessel of Sukuna. And that's how the first 2 episodes go down. JJK is finally back, and I'm ready to witness peak. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys.